We are doing a Q review today about the Schmelke Rosewood. So today I wanted to go over three things. First thing we're going to go over value. Second thing we're going to go over is looks. Third thing we're going to go over is playability. So let's get into it. So the number one thing that I love about this Schmelke Q is the value. So I paid around $200 for this Q and I ordered it to my specifications, just like this shorter ferrule length. You can't beat it. They're made in the USA. The customer service is excellent. I had an issue with one of my prior Qs that I bought from them and they replaced it free of charge. So I see a lot of discourse online and sometimes in person about what Q a beginner should get. I think for the price, the Schmelke Q is going to be the best Q to buy for a beginner. Second thing we're going to go over is the look. So as you can see, this is a Rosewood Q. It has the black collars at the top, white at the bottom. It's a good looking Q. It comes with a maple shaft. I believe it is a conical taper, not a pro taper. Yeah, I think it's a great looking cue for the money, especially like in part one, the value. It's definitely a great cue for the money. So no wrap, but some people prefer it that way. I definitely liked playing wrapless, but I do have a linen wrap now on the cue that I currently use. So for playability, this is going to be a basic maple shaft, like I said before. So it's not going to be any type of super low deflection like the Synergy line of cues or the Revo cues from Predator. It's going to have a good amount of deflection, but what I can say is when we're talking to people about getting into the sport or talking about equipment, we throw around terms like deflection when I think that the most important thing is getting somebody in the door, getting them to, start playing. And, at some point in the future, people can worry about low deflection shafts or, special custom cues or, having a stacked leather wrap or things like that. But I think this cue is going to do everything you need it to do well into any stage of your pool playing career. If you just don't have a lot of money to spend and you want something that's nice, that's built to your specifications, this is going to do it for you. Buying a new cue or a low deflection cue or anything like that isn't going to make your draw better. It's not going to make your shot making better. That's all about getting used to the cue. So playability, I would say it is excellent. If you get used to it, you can do whatever you need to do with this cue. So just an overall on this cue, if I had to rate each aspect of it at value, I definitely rate this a 10 out of 10. You can't beat the cue you're getting for the price, especially when it's made to your specifications. For looks, I would definitely give this a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's just a basic rosewood cue. You can't go wrong with it. It looks great. Third thing, playability, I would rate this 8 out of 10 as well. It doesn't have low deflection, but like I said before, it's a solid cue. It's going to do everything that you need it to do. And, buying a new cue, like I said before, or a low deflection cue isn't going to improve your game. If you can get used to this, it's going to do everything that you need it to do. Overall, I would give this cue a 9 out of 10, and that's mostly for the value. You're just not going to beat the value of this cue, and I would recommend it to every beginner who's looking on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook for recommendations to buy your first cue.